What's up, YouTube? It's Angie, and I'm back. Today we have something special, at least special to me. During this awkward time that the world is going through with everyone being locked into their homes, not really able to venture into the world as often or how they might like. Certain devices have been sought out by many tech enthusiasts and just people in general that want to better enjoy their time inside. One such device is this Oculus Quest. Now, for a while there, I have been trying to get one of these, mainly because my Gear VR is no longer a supported device from Oculus. You can still go into VR with the Gear VR. Most of the games still work, but there are certain apps and stuff that will no longer get updated and such. So eventually my Gear VR will fade into obscurity. The Quest is what they recommended those who did frequent the Gear VR update themselves to, or upgrade themselves to. And for the life of me, I couldn't find one. I didn't understand why it was so hard to come by. I didn't think it was a popular device at all. So I looked around the internet, on Craigslist, Amazon, eBay, and these things were going for $600, $700. And I mean, I know I buy a lot of things, but I did not have $700 to spend on a VR set. So I happened to go to Micro Center, to their website, and lo and behold, they had it. I put in the order, and you know, you can't really go into stores these days. I had to go drive out to about 30 minutes from my house, downtown Brooklyn, to go pick it up curbside. But I got myself one. So for anyone who is into VR any at all, you know that the Oculus Quest is the standalone VR headset. No need for a PC to power it. It's powered by itself, much like the Gear VR before it, which was powered by the phone. This is pretty much the same thing, with a few little tweaked updates. The main one being you have two controllers now, as opposed to the Gear VR where you only had one. So some of those Beat Saber games and stuff like that you may have seen videos on YouTube and things like that will work with this device. Also, recently, just last fall, they released a cable and a computer program that allowed the Oculus Quest to sync with your PC, so that you're actually able to play PC VR games through your Quest. So if you were unable to get perhaps a Vive or what's the other one, the Samsung Odyssey headset, I think Valve made their own as well. The name I can't remember now, but this can actually stream those VR games and those VR experiences right to the headset. So it's to me, it's the better value in VR, simply because even if you don't have a VR ready PC, this offers its own VR experience for the user. Whereas the other ones, if you don't have the PC, they're just big lumps of plastic which are unusable because your PC can't power them. So this is a quick unboxing of the device. It's not the newest device. It came out last fall, I think. But I haven't seen it. And I assume those who are watching this, you haven't seen it either. So let's experience this together, shall we? It's a pretty nice box. I love the black. The Oculus logo is on top. Not sure how clear that is with the camera. And you just kind of slides out. You got a little foam cushions there to keep everything in its place. Bring this down. Looks like there's more in there than I thought. And here it is. This, good people, is the Oculus Quest. I have to say, in comparison to my various gear VRs, it looks almost the same. Actually, a little smaller. The strap itself is a much harder plastic. I wonder if there's any kind of electronic internals in the strap. I don't know. But that's the VR headset itself. Here we have, oh, wait. The VR controllers. So this is how exactly you would move around your hands in the VR space. They both have thumbsticks. They have buttons, BA, X and Y. Well, actually, it's in the wrong hands. There's an R and an L on the stick itself to let you know which stick is for which hand. Look at the triggers. They have little triggers for your middle finger. So, and they have a trigger for a gun for your pointer. So they pretty much thought of, no matter what kind of game you are playing, your thumb can control your movement, because you don't want to try and actually run when in VR. You will hurt yourself. So I guess one controls your movement. The other controls God knows what, and the headset itself will control where you look. Real nice, and I assume of these little circular shapes here allows it to orient itself in a VR space. Very nice. There's two little buttons here. Again, don't know what these do. I don't know if you can see them. There's one with 3 lines. I guess that's maybe option, and an O, which looks like the Oculus symbol. Maybe that is to take you home. I guess we'll see once we're actually in there. But very nice controllers. They feel quite well. Not too big, not too heavy, and I love the placement of the buttons. Very well thought out. Very well thought out indeed. I do like that. Okay, let's put these down to the side. We also have in here, is it anything else? Oh, I assume this is all the peripherals and paperwork. Let's move this out the way here. Let's see. Okay, nice little way to open. Okay, we have the power brick. We have, I assume, some kind of face shields, probably to better fit the Oculus Quest to someone with a smaller head, perhaps. Oh, we have a and a really long cord. This is, I assume, to plug the Quest into a PC. Well, probably not only to plug it into the PC, but as I look on the power brick, just charge the Quest in
I can't get to the internet
general.
right now. Check your connection or try again in a little bit.
Yeah, as I look on the power brick, this looks like to charge the Quest in general. I guess the Quest has a side mounted USB-C connector there somewhere. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, pretty nice. Very long cable though, so I think this cord does double as a cord to hook up to a PC and to charge it. What else do we have? Oh, batteries, of course. The controllers are battery powered. So now I'm going to have to buy a lot of batteries. Because I do plan on spending some time here during quarantine. Yeah. Then you have your paperwork. I'll skim through this when the time comes. And that's it. This, people, is the Oculus Quest. Now, one of the main applications in the VR space now is, or goes by the name Half-Life Alyx. And if you are a VR head or a gamer of any kind from the past 20 years, you might remember a little game called Half-Life. Half-Life 1 and 2. Now, Valve, I think it's Valve. Where is Valve there? They made Half-Life Alyx strictly for PC. And not just PC, PC VR. And people are claiming that is the VR experience to have to see just how far VR gaming has come. As it stands, the Oculus Quest by itself cannot run Half-Life Alyx. But, again, they have released an application which, as I said, allows the Oculus Quest to connect to your VR-ready PC and stream the games to the headset. So, in theory, this set should be able to run Half-Life Alyx once I have a PC that can actually run the application. So, if I do this right, my next video will be of this thing and myself finally being able to experience Half-Life Alyx. I would say probably 50% of the reason I even sought this thing out. But until then, I'm NG, and the Oculus Quest, this is what I'm into.
Good job, Daddy.
What, is still recording?